Okay, let's dive right in. Welcome to this explainer. We're running a rapid-fire, absolute no-nonsense bilingual study session today, built specifically for A1 beginners and test takers. Think of this as your digital blackboard. We are stripping away all the fluff to give you exactly what you need. So whether you've got a massive exam looming or you're literally about to board a flight to a French-speaking country, you are in the perfect place. Here's the game plan for today. 1. Personal and family info. 2. Time, dates, and seasons. 3. Places and directions. 4. Hobbies and lifestyle. And 5. Some crucial Quebec survival words. Module 1. Personal and family info. Crushing the oral exam. Now, if you're stepping into an official French exam, these terms are absolutely crucial for that dreaded self-introduction part. They're literally the baseline for any basic socializing. So let's lock in the pronunciation. For your last name and first name, it's le nom and le prénom. L'âge is your age. La nationalité is your nationality. L'adresse is your address. For marital status, you're either célibataire if you're single or marié if you're married. And rounding it out, le mari is husband and la femme is wife. Get these down cold because they are always the very first things you'll be asked. Building on that, we have l'enfant for a child and la profession for your job. Let's look at a couple of common ones. L'étudiante for student and l'artiste for an artist. So the crucial point here is how French flips between masculine and feminine forms for professions. Check this out. It's le professeur or la professeure for a teacher. And le vendeur becomes la vendeuse for a female salesperson. You absolutely gotta pay close attention to those word endings, especially on written exams. Module 2. Time, dates, and seasons. Mastering listening comprehension. Whether you're trying to catch an event time in a listening exam or just trying not to miss a dinner date in Paris, mastering these time markers is a real game changer. It'll immediately boost your comprehension scores. Aujourd'hui means today, and demain is tomorrow. Le matin is the morning, while le soir is the evening. Le means the hour, or the time. And for the bigger picture, la semaine is the week, and le mois is the month. Drill these into your brain, guys. They are super high-frequency words that pop up in almost every single dialogue you're going to hear. Let's move to and see how this builds into the specific days of the week. We're going to run through them in a rapid, rhythmic flow. Monday is lundi. Tuesday is mardi. Wednesday is mercredi. Thursday, jeudi. Friday, vendredi. Saturday, samedi. And Sunday, dimanche. Say them with me next time you practice. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. Keep that momentum going. And to round out this time module, we've got the 4 seasons. Let's keep the pacing tight here. Spring is le printemps. Summer is l'été. Autumn is l'automne. And winter is l'hiver. Boom! Simple, direct, and completely essential for reading comprehension when a passage jumps to different times of the year. Module 3. Places and directions. Navigating the Francophone world. This next toolkit is absolutely indispensable for asking directions during an oral exam or just figuring out public signs when you're traveling. These are the highest frequency spots you'll encounter. La maison is your house or home. L'école is school. Le supermarché is the supermarket. And l'épicerie is your smaller grocery store. La pharmacie is the pharmacy. And la banque is the bank. Try to actually picture these places in your mind right now. It really helps cement the vocabulary. And this brilliantly illustrates how we connect those physical locations using directions. Le centre-ville is downtown, la rue is street, and l'avenue is avenue. When a local gives you directions, they're going to tell you à gauche for to the left, or à droite for to the right. Tout droit means straight ahead. And lastly, près de is near, and loin de is far from. So you can say the bank is près de del supermarket. See how those directional phrases pair up perfectly with the places we just learned? Module 4. Hobbies and lifestyle. Expressing yourself. Now, when you're taking an exam or just chatting, you'll heavily rely on verbs like aimer, which means to like, and faire, which means to do or to make. You'll use these constantly to describe your weekend activities. Let's rapid fire through these. La musique is music. Le sport is sport. Le cinéma is the cinema, and le film is a movie. Le voyage is travel. La lecture is reading. L'art is art, specifically le peinture for painting. And les jeux vidéo are video games. I want you to pick your absolute favorite hobby from this list and actively practice saying it out loud right now, like j'aime la musique, I like music. Action phrases are just as important here. Faire les courses means to go grocery shopping. Regarder la télévision is to watch television. Écouter de la musique is to listen to music. Keeping our no-nonsense educational energy high, I need you to remember that these three verbs, faire, regarder, and écouter, are going to be your best friends for A1 level conversation. Seriously, master them. Module 5. Quebec Survival Words, the Regional Twist. Here is a real-world surprise for you. Standard French won't always cut it if you land in Montreal or Quebec City. If you're heading to Canada, you've got to adapt to local, high-frequency slang. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the stark, practical differences in everyday vocabulary between France and Quebec. In France, a convenience store is a superette, but in Quebec, it's le dépanneur. A car is la voiture in standard French, but in Quebec, you'll hear le char. And for a parking lot, the standard, le parking, becomes le stationnement. If you don't know these, you're going to be pretty confused on the streets of Quebec. It's so fascinating to see how Quebecois often uses direct translations from English concepts. Take a look. A beverage is la boisson in France, but it's le breuvage in Quebec. For emails, folks in France just say les emails, but Quebecois proudly use the term les courriels. And this one's my absolute favorite. Instead of borrowing the English word le weekend like they do in standard French, Quebec directly translates the concept into la fin de semaine, which literally means the end of the week. Makes perfect sense, right? Even the absolute most critical social cues are totally different. Over in France, to say something is good or fine, you say c'est bon. But in Quebec, they say c'est beau, literally, it's beautiful. To say you're welcome, standard French uses de rien, but in Quebec, bienvenue is uniquely used. Now, bienvenue usually means welcome to a physical place, but in Quebec, they also use it right after you say thank you. And for a casual hello, instead of bonjour or salut, you'll constantly hear people saying allo. So we've officially powered through the essentials, from introducing your family to booking appointments, navigating city streets, talking about your hobbies, and even surviving a little linguistic detour up in Quebec. The only question left for you is, standard or Quebecois? Which French will you speak first? Challenge yourself. Take this visual toolkit, get out into the real world, and start speaking. Thanks for joining this explainer. Keep reviewing these terms and happy studying.